What is going to cause the price of XRP to go up? That's the question we're answering in this video because it is a question I know a lot of people have. In this video, I want to break down exactly what I believe are going to be the leading causes of XRP price appreciation. This is something that I believe is absolutely critical to understand because at the end of the day, it's part of the core investment thesis behind XRP. Like always, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. These two simple things really do help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange Uphold down in the description of this video. With that said, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Now, in this video, we are going to cover two very different things that I believe are going to be the key drivers of XRP price appreciation going forward, but it's really important to understand that these two things could not be more different than one another, so it's so important to realize the difference in how each one of these really drives long-term value for the token. Now, the first main thing that is always going to cause XRP price appreciation is simply more buyers than sellers. Now, I know that sounds overly simplified, but it's so important to understand that if there is more demand for XRP than people willing to give up their XRP or give supply to the ecosystem, then the price of XRP is going to go up. Now, I believe more developers building on the XRP ledger, more growth by Ripple, and more advanced products being put in the hands of large institutions, all of these things are going to make XRP more mainstream. Now, where we are as a society right now is people believe buying the underlying token in a blockchain is investing in that blockchain. Whether or not that's actually true, I think it's kind of up for debate, but that's the way society looks at it. And because of that, the more mainstream, the more relevant the XRP ledger is, the more people that are simply going to buy the token because they believe they are owning part of the network. Like I said, that might not necessarily be the case in all cryptocurrency networks, specifically the XRP ledger, but if people believe they are getting part of the XRP ledger network and investing in its success, and they see the XRP ledger becoming more and more popular over time, more and more people are going to be compelled to buy the token. Now, if you have a lot of people all believing that the token equals ownership in the network and they are buying into this ecosystem, then you are going to see that as the XRP ledger goes more mainstream, with more developers, more notoriety, more banks, more institutional partnerships, more and more people are going to want to own that underlying token. Now, it's really important to understand that this is kind of just speculation. That's really all it is at the end of the day. People see the XRP ledger being successful and therefore want to buy XRP. This is what I believe drives most of what we see in the cryptocurrency market today. Take a look at something like Dogecoin. People are simply buying Dogecoin because they think it's going to be more relevant in the world in the future than it is today, and therefore they are investing in that relevancy. People are going to do the same thing with XRP. Now, you can argue the thesis behind why you would want to do that with XRP is much stronger or much more fundamental than something like Dogecoin, but it's still the same speculation. Now, I believe, like I said, that is the driving cause of price appreciation in the market right now. But the thing us XRP investors are really focused on is utility. Utility of the XRP token, and that being the thing that really drives price appreciation. Now, this is very unique and something we've really never seen before in markets, at least not in this scale a cryptocurrency can bring utility to the underlying asset. When you look at something like a stock, there's not really necessarily utility to that vehicle. It's really just people holding it for speculation. Cryptocurrencies, like we mentioned earlier, already have that speculative nature built into the ecosystem. But they also have the ability for deep utility to drive value to the network as well. Now, this is something us as XRP holders have been waiting for, but something I don't think has necessarily materialized yet. But with that said, I do believe there's something very interesting that is going to drive mass price appreciation via utility in the XRP ledger ecosystem that is a lot closer to many people think. And that is XRP being positioned as a bridge currency, as a liquidity source between CBDCs and other assets as well, but let's just cover CBDCs in this video because the more and more markets you try to cover all in one 10-minute video, the more confusing it gets. But just understand, as a broad view of this, you can really replace a lot of different institutions, a lot of different assets for these CBDCs, but we're just going to cover CBDCs in this video. And the reason I really want to cover CBDCs in this video is because Ripple's ODL product is specifically marketed towards payment providers and large institutions. But on the other side of that, Ripple also has another very interesting product, which is essentially their division that works with governments and works with banks to tokenize currencies. Now, this division of Ripple is a little more secretive than the rest of their business models. What we understand right now is that Ripple is already in advanced stages with over 11 countries to build CBDCs. And we know they're in talks with over 30 more. So Ripple is talking to a large portion of the market right now who is going to be tokenizing their currency, and it looks like Ripple is going to be part of this tokenization in one way or another. Now, the real question is where does XRP come into play here? Because for the longest time, we have been told as an XRP community that tokenization is not going to increase the price of XRP. CBDCs are not going to increase the price of XRP. All of these different things like ODL are not going to increase the price of XRP. And while these people might be right at the time, I don't think they're going to be correct over the long run, because I believe this fundamental utility is going to drive price appreciation for XRP. And it really comes down to the new architecture of how Ripple is setting up this market. What Ripple is really creating is an internet of value, interconnecting these different CBDCs. CBDC1, CBDC2, CBDC3, CBDC4. These are going to be central bank digital currencies that are likely going to be permissioned networks. They're likely going to be side chains, private XRP ledger chains that these governments and institutions can manipulate however they want. But what we need to understand is that these CBDCs absolutely need to interact with the rest of the world. There is no nation today that is only doing business with themselves. That is completely unrealistic. They are doing business with the rest of the world. And what Ripple's goal is really to create interconnectivity throughout the entire world. So if Ripple can work with these different institutions, with these different governments to tokenize currency directly on the XRP ledger, then instantaneously all of these countries will now have currencies that are liquid to one another. And this will likely be done through the automated market maker, tokenizing nations' currencies on the XRP ledger, pairing those currencies against XRP, and thus instantaneously making them liquid to every other CBDC on the network. This is the start to what I believe is going to be the Internet of Value, and XRP being the neutral decentralized liquidity in between all of that. Now, guys, if you have a country tokenizing a CBDC on the XRP ledger, and say that country is tokenizing $200 billion worth of value, and a large portion of that is going to enter the automated market maker, well, right here, we can see that XRP is going to have to be locked up on the other side of that in order to create liquidity against that asset. It's just how the automated market maker functions. And the more and more countries who tokenize their currencies in conjunction with the initial countries, the more and more XRP that's going to be locked up on that side as well. This is going to cause mass amounts of XRP to be taken out of the circulating supply and be used for liquidity, connecting these different institutions to one another. Right here is inherent utility. XRP being used to completely transform the financial system, actually driving the price of XRP over the long run. Now, like I said, this is not necessarily the case today. We just got the automated market maker. We just got these amendments. CBDCs are just starting to be explored by these countries. But there is no doubt in my mind that this is the long-term goal and ultimately what Ripple is looking to implement. At the end of the day, it doesn't just have to be CBDCs. We know right now Ripple is building RLUSD, their own stablecoin. And where is that going to be used? Well, likely by anyone who needs a stable form of value, but doesn't necessarily need their own currency. Not everyone is going to need their own CBDC or their own currency. Some people might just need a dollar-denominated place to store value. And that's where RLUSD is going to come in. What else could be connected here? Treasuries, stock markets, derivatives, gold, debt. all these different things can be tokenized, and XRP can be put on the other side of them to make them liquid to everything else on the network. This is really the vision of the Internet of Value, and what I believe is really the holy grail of driving price appreciation for XRP. Yes, the speculative stuff we're seeing right now is fun. It's interesting, but I believe it pales in comparison to what XRP could be with real-world utility driving this network forward. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you think these really might be the main things that are going to drive XRP going forward? Or is there something else you have your eye on that you think is going to be more significant? Guys, like always, thank you so much for coming. And for now, Mickle out.